أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين اللهم يسر ولا تعسر رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. So in our previous lesson in Ta'lim al-Muta'alim, we did in a way where we reached the place where it's talking about some ahwal al-qalb, things that are more or less the situations that our heart will be in. And we spoke until we reached the state where it says that there are some qualities that we will find in our heart. We need to be aware of these changes at any given time. Today we're going to look at Sharaf al-Ilm. Sharaf al-Ilm, basically we'll be looking at the status of knowledge. Status of knowledge. So status of knowledge. It said, Sharaf al-Ilmi la yakhfa ala ahadin. That the status of knowledge la yakhfa ala ahadin is not hidden from anyone. When you talk about knowledge, the importance, the qualities, the status of knowledge, la yakhfa ala ahadin. It is not hidden from anyone. إذ هو مختص بالإنسانية. هو مختص بالإنسانية. The status of knowledge, mukhtassun, is something unique for humanity. In a sense that if you are human, you got this quality. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has multiple creatures or multiple creation. Among all this creation, we got those that are human, we got those that are animals. To talk about this, we're looking at, when we talk about animals, we're talking about different types of animals, which will have some characteristics as the same as human. But when it comes to knowledge, it is something unique that Allah has given only human. Okay? إذ هو مختص بالإنسانية لأن جميع الخصال سوى العلم يشترك فيها الإنسان. Because any other characteristics, any other quality you can think of, any other attribute you can think of, human and other creation are in this. Any other quality. Look at any quality you can think of that we have. Are you talking about beauty? Are you talking about strength? Are you talking about bravery? Are you talking about, being soft? Are you talking about loving? Whatever attribute you can think for human, there are other creation that are also good at it. Okay? So it's saying that all these characteristics that we talked about, human are connected with other creation. Wasa'ir al-hayawan. So we are connected in these situations with other animals, kashaja'a, like bravery, wal jara'a. Okay, jara'a also is like more or less bravery as well. Wal quwwa, strength. Okay, wal jud. Jud means like we spoke about this in the previous lesson regarding someone who is giving, generosity, jud. All this was shafaqa. Shafaqa is more or less to say someone who is really having that sort of softness and pityness. You will have pity for people. Wa ghayriha, and any other attributes that we can find. Siwa li ilmi, except knowledge. Knowledge is something unique for humanity only. Why is it so? وَبِهِ أَظْهَرَ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى فَضْلُ آدَمَ عَلَيْهِ السَّلَامِ وَبِهِ أَظْهَرَ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى فَضْلَ آدَمَ عَلَيْهِ السَّلَامِ عَلَى الْمَلَائِكَةِ. Knowledge is what Allah used to raise the status of Adam on top of the angels. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could have said, look, Adam is superior unto you, make sujood to him. No, Allah did not do that. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala create a system where human will be seen as superior. When he said, after he created Adam alayhi salam, Allah created some other things that angels have no idea about. وَأَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءِ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught Adam alayhi salam the names of those things. ثُمَّ عَرَضَهُ عَلَى الْمَلَائِكَةِ. Then he brought it out to the angels and said, أَنْبِئُونِي بِأَسْمَاءِ هَؤُلَاءِ. Tell me the names of these things. In kuntum sadiqin. If you really know, because you said in the beginning, you should be better to be my vicegerent on earth. Well, if you really think what you said is true, give me the names of these things. So Allah tested angels and Adam alayhi salam with knowledge. And they said, Ya Allah, we have no idea what you're talking about. All these things you displayed, we don't know. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said to Adam, Adam, inform them about those things. So Adam will say, this is that, we use it for this. This is that, we use. So he started mentioning names and giving the details. And the angels were amazed. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raised the status of children of Adam on top of other creation with knowledge. And for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to confirm this in another places, when He sent this message to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, He started with the knowledge. When He said, "Iqra' bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq, khalaqa al-insana min 'alaq, iqra' wa rabbuka al-akram, alladhi 'allama bil qalam." He is the one who taught with the pen. So in a nutshell, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made knowledge something unique that human will have. When we talk about knowledge, we can go further and go further and go further. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as part of His attributes, is ilmu. Al-ilmu is one of the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah has knowledge of everything. But when we talk about general knowledge, is when you see something, you saw the thing, you get familiar with the thing, then you get to know it. Or you read about that thing, then you get to know it. So things need to exist for you to have knowledge about. But Allah's knowledge is not like that. Okay, Allah knows before it exists. And also with us, the more we know something, the more our knowledge is getting involved. When we forget about that thing, or when we are not associating ourselves with those things, our knowledge starts to diminish. But with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His knowledge about things is exactly as the thing has to be. So Allah raised the status of children of Adam with knowledge on top of the angels. Naam. وبه أظهر الله سبحانه وتعالى فضل آدم على الملائكة وأمرهم بالسجود له. This is the reason why Allah said to the angels, Adam alayhi salam has won this race, so make sujood in showing respect to Adam alayhi salam. وإنما, if that is the case, شرف العلم لكونه, if that is the case, then the status of knowledge by itself, it has become لكونه شرف العلم وإنما شرف العلم لكونه وسيلة أو وسيلة إلى التقوى. Having knowledge by itself is what we call al-wasila. Wasila, basically, we mean something that you can lean on to lead you to taqwa, which is having iman. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, of course, said in the Quran, إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهَ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ الْأُلَمَا. Those who knows Him or fear Him more are what? Ulama. Those who knows Him. Those who have knowledge. So iman is associated with knowledge. Which means if you have knowledge, you should have iman. This is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said. If you look in Surah Al-Imran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made mention, Shahid Allah annahu la ilaha illahu wal malaikatu wa ulul ilmi. Indeed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bear witness there is no God worthy but Him, and the angels, and He said wa ulul ilmi, and those who have knowledge. So Allah associated knowledge with iman, and He also raised the status of those who have knowledge high. Naam. So وإنما شرف العلم لكونه وسيلة إلى التقوى التي يستحق بها المرء الكرامة. Why is it so? Because when you get this knowledge, the knowledge will lead you to having iman, and the iman is what one needs to get status in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you have knowledge, that knowledge will be the reason why you get status in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? Karama inda Allah ta'ala was sa'adat al-abadiyya. Sa'adat al-abadiyya, which means that not only you get the karama, you get the status and highest status in front of Allah, but the real happiness or the real way of getting succeeding in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of Qiyamah. So a person that has more knowledge will be connected with Allah because of their taqwa. And remember, taqwa is what we need in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. كما قيل لمحمد بن حسن بن عبد الله رحمه الله, as it's been said to Muhammad the son of Hassan in some this thing he said in a beautiful poem, which inshallah we're going to go through that. If we have time, let us know. We continue. If not, we stop after the poem. It said, تعلم فإن العلم زين لأهله وفضل وعنوان لكل المحامد وكن مستفيدا كل يوم زيادة من العلم واسبح في البهور الفوائد تفقه فإن الفقه أفضل قائد إلى البر والتقوى وأعدل قاصد هو العلم الهادي إلى سنن الهدى هو الحصن الينجي من جميع الشدائد فإن فقيها واحدا متورعا أشد على الشيطان من علف عابد. Now, this poem is going like this. تعلم, seek knowledge, search for knowledge, get knowledge. فَإِنَّ الْإِلْمَ زَيْنٌ لِأَهْلِهِ. Because knowledge by itself, zayn, is a decoration for those who have it. When you have knowledge, you don't need to dress and boast and show or talk about it. The knowledge itself is a decoration for you. Inna li-ilma, that knowledge, zaynun li-ahlihi, is a decoration for those who has it. Wa fadlun wa unwanun li kulli al-mahamidi. Not only it is a decoration, but also fadl, it's a favor. Wa unwan, and it's a title. Li kulli al-mahamid, for anything that you can praise. Any praise, if you have knowledge, that knowledge will bring that praise onto you. You don't need to say anything about you. But the knowledge that will have will be the reason why people will respect you. The knowledge that you got will be the reason people will be around you. The knowledge that you got will be the reason people will give you titles. The knowledge that you have will be the reason where people respect you. You don't need to say, hey people, respect me because I'm such and such. No, the knowledge in you will be the reason why people will respect you, because that knowledge by itself was the reason why angels prostrate to Adam alayhi salam. نعم وكن مستفيدا كل يوم زيادة من العلم وكن مستفيدا كل يوم زيادة أو زيادة من العلم. You should always be مستفيدا كل يوم. Always make sure that you are getting more, you are benefiting more. Okay? من العلم, in knowledge. Make sure that if you have A, B, C, tomorrow make sure it got to D. So every single day, get extra knowledge and add it on what you know. Don't go backwards. Don't stay where you are. كن مستفيدا كل يوم زيادة من العلم. Make sure that every day you have additional knowledge on what you know. When you get new knowledge, appreciate it and act upon it. It is very important. Remember the story of Mus'ab bin Umair. Mus'ab bin Umair is a person that you can say in history, a person is born with the golden spoon in his mouth, coming from a rich family. Mus'ab, not only he was handsome boy, but it reached a stage because of the type of perfume that Mus'ab used. When he walks past in Mecca, when you come, you say, did Mus'ab pass by here? Because of everyone knows the type of perfume, expensive. When Mus'ab became a Muslim, his family denied him, took everything that he owns, and he was happy with the Islam that he got than all that sort of riches that he used to have. The Prophet ﷺ sent Mus'ab to Medina. Mus'ab went to Medina. He sat with the Aus and Khazraj. He will read Quran. They will listen to him, and they become Muslims. The Prophet thought that it's only 17 people who became Muslim in Medina. He was waiting to come and visit them before he realized whole Medina has embraced Islam. Mus'ab bin Umair. Remember, Quran has not been yet fully revealed. How much did he got and was able to relate it to people, and they were amazed with him. All right? With all that, Mus'ab died. When they are going to bury him, you saw they took his clothes, tried to cover his face. His legs are out. When they tried to put it down, his face are out. Why? Because he died as a poor person, but in front of Allah as a rich man. So you need to make sure that that small knowledge, Mus'ab did not memorize the entire Quran anyway. He was in Medina, Quran was still being revealed. He died in Badr. So if you look at it, how long did he live? So it's not like a hafiz, but that small knowledge that he got from the Prophet, he made sure he passed it on. So kun mustafidan kulli yawmin ziyadatan min al-ilmi. Make sure that every single day you are adding extra on what you do in knowledge. Don't stay one place and call yourself a scholar or think you know. There are always room for improvement. Wasbah fi buhuril fawaidi. Also, don't only stick in what you know or your environment. Isbah, swim in the oceans of talents. Any benefit that you can see anywhere, try to grab it. You are around, you find someone, they said, he is good in this knowledge, and you can grab it, get closer, take advantage of it. Wasbah fil buhur al-fawaid. And it said, tafaqqah, seek the knowledge of jurisprudence. Jurisprudence is the knowledge of what? How to pray, how to fast, how to give charity, how to deal with each other, mu'amala, how to work. This knowledge, he said, tafaqqah, seek that knowledge. فَإِنَّ الْفِقْهَ أَفْضَلُ قَائِدٍ, because the knowledge of jurisprudence, أَفْضَلُ قَائِدٍ, is the best guide. The Prophet ﷺ said, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves you, يُفَقِّهُ فِي الدِّينِ. If a person, Allah loves him, Allah give him the knowledge of fiqh. So he said, تَفَقَّهْ, seek the knowledge of jurisprudence. فَإِنَّ الْفِقْهَ أَفْضَلُ قَائِدٍ, because the knowledge of fiqh is the best of guide. Where? إِلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى. What is birr? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us in the Quran, لَيْسَ الْبِرَّ أَن تُوَلُّوا وُجُوهَكُمْ شَطْرَ الْقِبَلِ الْمَشْرِقِ وَالْمَغْرِبِ وَلَكِنَّ الْبِرَّ مَنْ آمَنَ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ. So you can see, when you talk about birr, we're talking about anything that is good, that will take you to the highest level, is what birr is all about. Not only praying facing the Qibla, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلَكِنَّ الْبِرَّ, birr is what? مَنْ آمَنَ بِاللَّهِ. You should believe in Allah. وَمَلَائِكَةِ. So, which means birr is iman, if you look at the categories Allah mentioned here. So he said, the knowledge of fiqh will lead you, is a best of knowledge that guides and leads you إِلَى الْبِرِّ, to goodness, وَالتَّقْوَى, and iman. وَأَعْدَلُ قَاصِدٍ, and if you are to look at that, that is the best of qasid, talent or things that you should seek for. هُوَ الْعَلَمُ الْهَادِي, that knowledge of fiqh. هُوَ الْعَلَمُ الْهَادِي, that is the flag of guidance. إِلَى سُنَنِ الْهُدَى, to the path of real guidance. هُوَ الْحِسْنُ الْيُنْجِي, that is the force. Yunji, that will rescue you min jami'i shada'idi, from all difficulties. The knowledge of jurisprudence is the fort, like the castle, that will rescue you from any other difficulty, any fear that you might have in your life. The knowledge of jurisprudence will help you and guide you through, and you will be safe if you have the knowledge of jurisprudence. Remember, we're talking about someone who talked about they were praying, and there was an issue, they couldn't even hear their imam saying, Sami Allah liman hamida. And for that matter, they thought the prayer is spoiled fully. They have to start the prayer all over again. If you have the knowledge of jurisprudence, you don't need that. You know how to fix your prayer. You know what is qabli, you know what is ba'di, because that is what you need to be able to practice. Naam. فَإِنَّ فَقِيهًا وَاحِدًا مُتَوَرِّعًا أَشَدُّ عَلَى الشَّيْطَانِ مِنْ أَلْفِ عَابِدٍ. For indeed, faqihan, a person with the knowledge of jurisprudence, wahidan, one, mutawarri'an, that is following or protecting, imagining or doing what is good or what is, knowing his left and right, knowing what is good and what is bad. Ashaddu ala shaitan, he is stronger than shaitan, min alfi abidin, than 1,000 people who worship Allah but they don't know what is qabli, what is badi, or they don't have knowledge of jurisprudence. Okay? A person, one person with the knowledge of jurisprudence that is utilizing that knowledge is better than 1,000 people that worship Allah but they don't have the knowledge of jurisprudence. So you need to understand, it's not just standing in prayer. It's about knowing what is needed in the prayer. How can I do this in the prayer? What fix my prayer? What spoil my prayer? When we are able to establish this knowledge, it makes it easier for us to be able to practice our deen properly. And shaitan cannot mislead you. When he knows, you know what will fix your prayer. That is why the scholars are saying, a prayer that is performed and qabli or ba'di happen in that prayer, and Allah gave you the opportunity to be able to know how to fix it, that is a prayer you can say, I believe my prayer is accepted. Because of what? You are able to fix the prayer and shame shaitan instead of starting all over again. Naam. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik. نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت ونستغفرك ونتوب إليك. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.